Good morning. It's Thursday, February 19th, 2015. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 136. And boy, what a show it is. There is some news breaking this morning. Good morning, everybody watching along live. Chat room, don't forget to bang suggest as we go. And we've got some big news stories to jump into, and also a follow-up to a mini soapbox rant that I had earlier this week. And then at the end of the show, I'm gonna do an unboxing of this. This just showed up last night, and I got a chance. I opened it to charge it and then put everything back in the box. Yes, this is the WinBook 7-inch W700 or TW700. You probably heard a little bit about this if you've been watching like any kind of deals feeds. It's a $200 tablet. It runs Windows 8.1. What? Yeah, well, hear me out. I'll get to this in a minute. Amazon had it on sale for $60. That's not bad, is it? And it's actually now going for $80, so it's up a little bit. It's nothing amazing. It's an Intel Bay Trail processor. It's a quad-core Intel, 1.3 gigahertz, but it's an x86 chip in here. Okay, 7-inch IPS display. It's only 1280 by 800, so it's not great. 16 by 10 aspect ratio. Got a 2-megapixel camera, whatever. 16 gigabytes of storage, not a ton, but it does have an SD card slot that it'll take quite a bit of storage. 802.11n, a 300 milliamp battery. And I'm going to power it up for the first time. It has a full-size USB 2.0 port as well as a micro USB port, micro SD like I mentioned, and micro HDMI out. And it's x86. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to run other operating systems on here or not, but I figured to have a balanced opinion of what the Windows Touch experience is like, if I can even get a semblance of that for $60 and help me have better informed opinions on these shows, it's worth it. And then absolute bonus, if I can get an alternative operating system like maybe Ubuntu Touch or Android or even just, I don't know, GNOME on this. So we'll do an unboxing, power it up, and see what it looks like. It's fully charged and ready to go. But first, why don't we break into the news stories? And to do that, we've got to use our assembled team of internet experts, our Mumble Room. Time-appropriate greetings, Mumble Room.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Hey. You're gonna have to link that tablet because I just got my son a $50 tablet for
Oh, very nice.
Because and he loves it. It's a Dragon Touch. It just does basic stuff. It's just running Android.
I was also thinking
really
too.
Nice.
It could be a kid's tablet too. If I didn't end up liking it. Before we even got started, before I even started committing little bits of magnetic data to the spinning platter, the question was raised, are we going to talk about this Lenovo intercepting HTTPS traffic? And yes, that is our top story today. Lenovo PCs are shipping with a man-in-the-middle adware that breaks HTTPS connections. This is bad, and it blew up. I start tracking stories for today's show late in the afternoon yesterday. That's how I do it every day. And I immediately pinned this I have a pin board. I pinned this as this is a story we're tracking, and then every single news outlet started writing major stories on this. It's breaking big, and I actually haven't even had a chance to read all of the stories. It's happening so fast as it develops. But Rotten Corpse, you were the first to bring it up. Did you want to... Oh, he's not even here anymore. He left. Oh, well, I was going to let you open the floor with it. Well, for those of you that are not familiar with the story, I'll bring you up to date. Lenovo is selling computers that are coming pre-installed with adware that hijacks encrypted web sessions, and I suppose it could make users vulnerable to man-in-the-middle attacks that are trivial for an attacker to carry out. This is according to security researchers. The critical threat is present on Lenovo PCs that have adware from a company called Superfishy installed. Hey, yay, Superfishy, that sounds great, right? It installs a self-signed root HTTPS certificate that can intercept encrypted traffic for every website a user visits. When a user visits an HTTPS site, the site certificate is signed and then controlled by Superfishy and falsely represents itself as the official website certificate. The CEO of the security firm Arata Security, which is another one of these big firms like Kaspersky's that makes a big name out of themselves, they say they've cracked the cryptographic key encrypting the Superfishy certificate. Yikes. The adware and its effect on web encryption has been discussed since last September in Lenovo customer forum threads, such as those linked in the Ars Technica post that we have linked in the show notes. In a later post dated January 21st, a user showed a root certificate titled Superfishy was installed. Wow. Lenovo. This is not good.
And this was one of the best brands for Linux use. And now we see this stuff. This is not good.
Of course, if you got a Lenovo with Linux installed on it, you wouldn't have any of these problems.
That's right, because it's a Windows-only issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's also an Internet Explorer and Google Chrome only issue because Firefox has its own root certificate storage.
Yes, right. So it affects Chrome and it affects Internet Explorer, and it would affect like any kind of operating system level stuff. So it could be even system updates, things like that.
Yeah, it's just another reason that we need like decentralized certificates, DNSSEC and that kind of thing.
So we do have a statement from Lenovo. The statement from Lenovo reads, saying Superfishy was installed on consumer laptops shipped between October and December 2014. Wow, so that's semi-recent. The manufacturer said it stopped preloading Superfish in January 2015 and has no plans to resume the practice. Amazingly, the company said it did not find any evidence to substantiate the security concerns, but added it is responding to them anyways. People who are concerned their PCs maybe contain this vulnerability can check out it's a flip.io/badfish, again linked in the Ars Technica article. The website was designed by one of the same researchers who published the site scan websites for Heartbleed weaknesses in OpenSSL.
Couple takeaways from that. First of all, that's great PR. Second of all, that's a whole financial quarter for them that they had that installed.
And it's also not entirely accurate, because I saw a story somewhere that said that they only stopped doing it until they can work out how to remove the pop-ups that apparently this software does, and then they were going to re-enable it again.
So the problem, of course, with anything like this is it can be used for nefarious purposes, but really the fundamental thing is they wanted to make money. They wanted to insert ads on every website, including the encrypted ones, and this is how you do it. And why did they want to make money? Because the PC game sucks. They can't make any money selling those laptops, I guess. I mean, I just can't understand why they're so bottom line driven that they have to do this. This really makes me lose a lot of respect. I don't know what to make of this, and that's why I was curious. I know, Popey, you're a long-term ThinkPad user. Where are you at with this? Does this not bother you as much as it bothers me?
It bothers me that a major PC vendor would do this to their customers and feel that the only way they can make revenue on their devices is to sign up with some crapware on there. I mean, we've all seen every major PC manufacturer that installs Windows by default will bundle in a load of crap, whatever it is, and that's where they make their money. That's the revenue stream for bundling, low cost Windows install on a machine where you have very tight margins. In order to make some of that revenue back, you put crapware on there, and this is, it was only a matter of time before someone put some nefarious crapware on there, and it just so happens it was Lenovo. I'm thankful that I don't run Windows on a Lenovo device that came out the box, but equally it only affects the consumer devices and not the enterprise ThinkPad devices.
Well, so what if the tips were turned and Linux was shipping on these devices en masse? Don't you think they would have just done something like this on a Linux box?
Maybe, but the cost of a Linux install is lower than the cost of a Windows install, so the margin is higher for them.
True. Yeah, is this enough to make anybody in the mumble room stop buying Lenovo?
It makes me think twice, but then again, their hardware screw-ups with their ThinkPad line last couple of years mucking about with the keyboard is enough to make me not buy Lenovo devices anymore. Right. So they've burnt that bridge, and they've got to work hard to get it back.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's one more thing. Shadow, you had a comment on enterprise customers.
Oh yeah, I think customers are going to go elsewhere for their hardware now.
Yeah, I think that's starting to happen more and more, just as a lot of tensions raised between hardware that's bought outside the United States when you're outside the U.S. versus, you know what I mean? Like, you've been picking up more and more on like don't buy outside the country if it's something that's super national security kind of important, and I think this is just going to add the fuel to that fire. It'll be cited by people that are talking about, cybersecurity issues now. This is going to go on now. This is going to have a life of its own, as sort of adding to this narrative of this problem. And it was a big mistake by Lenovo.
What's alarming is that their main Twitter feed has a tweet that says how to remove Superfish from a Lenovo Idea PC instructions, but it doesn't actually tell you how to get rid of the dodgy certificate at all.
And Spartacus, you wanted to make a comment on the implications of cracking the key.
Right. So, I mean, if you crack the private key, then you can create your own certificate, signed by that root certificate that all these Lenovo machines trust now, and put it on your site. And then even though it's not signed by any certificate authority, that those machines will just trust it.
Spazzy, as an enterprise, most enterprises probably reload with a standardized image, right?
Yeah, just on the subject of all the bloatware that comes in from, we buy ours mostly from Dell, but for any machine that comes in, I always get the base ISO image from Microsoft, and I reload. I go through the whole step, getting all the drivers, make a brand new fresh image, so none of the bloatware comes along with it, because there is a lot on these machines.
Spartacus, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, just how horribly bad it is that anyone can create a sign their site with the private key from this compromised certificate that's on all these Lenovo boxes, and it'll just trust.
Yeah, I'll be curious to pick Alan's brain in TechSnap later today about this. So over on Fusion.net, a writer that I respect quite a bit, and she's guested on Plan B a while back, Kashmir Hill, has written up a great post that says, look, everybody, it's not just Samsung's TVs that are listening to you. And by the way, it also came out those Samsung TVs that are listening are not using encryption. So they're just doing it all in the open, which is also great. And Samsung is revising their terms of service to clarify that they're sending it to Dragon. Dragon does the speech recognition. Anyways, so Kashmir Hill wrote up a post on Fusion about all the other kinds of devices that are also constantly listening and having to report back. And she cites like the LG line of smart TVs do this, the Xbox Connect does this, the Amazon Echo. And what's great about Kashmir is she went out and actually cited the part from the companies in their user policy where they are the ones that say they do it. So you're not having to assume. She's highlighted directly the verbiage from the companies where they are disclaiming this in the legalese. GM's OnStar. If you have a vehicle equipped with OnStar, they're listening, right? Doesn't mean they're actually listening, but it's processing that. Google and Waze. Waze listens. Chevrolet's MyLink device is another one that she highlights. So it's a really great post. The hello, probably pretty obvious. A lot of smart TVs in here. So anyway, she did a great post, and I'll link it in the show notes if you guys want to read this. I think it's we got all up on Samsung last week. In reality, there's a lot of companies doing it. You out there got
obviously
the Amazon Echo.
That doesn't make it right, though. Yeah. We should be on top of all of these companies. Okay, it's easy. The thing about the TV is there's something very different about a device that's in your living room listening to things you're saying. It's very different from, you pootling about or you walking around with the device. Okay, it knows where you are, but there's a little button you can switch to turn that off if you really want to. There's something, I don't know, it just feels more personal when it's that thing in the corner of the room in your lounge that you've always felt safe with. You've always felt that it was giving you information, that you weren't giving it anything that, dangerous.
Right,
and
the relationship has changed.
The game has changed.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's changed.
Yep, yeah, that's very fair. Shadow, you have a solution for this.
Yep, just get some dumb TVs with HDMI outputs and connect whatever you want to it.
Yeah, like a Raspberry Pi. I got the Fire on Wimpy's recommendation, and I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could make the same recommendation. I think I would have gone a Roku 3 if I could do it over again. But the Fire also listens when you press the button, and I found it to be moderately useful, but not overly useful. Okay,
hasn't Wimpy flashed his Roku with Kodi?
Has he really?
Yeah, he's wiped it and he's put Kodi on his, so he's basically freed up his device.
Well, I should talk to him about that. Hey,
that sounds really interesting.
I'm going to put this in the show notes. I'm not really going to spend much time on it. Just a quick mention. Yesterday, was it yesterday? I can't remember anymore. Was it? No, it was probably Tuesday. I got up on my soapbox about how dumb the Apple electric car rumors are, and I'm just gonna just as devil's advocate. I'm linking. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 new hires in the auto and electric car field that Apple has made recently. So I guess the rumors have there's some fire there, I guess, for that smoke, I suppose. But I still call it bogus. Bogus, I say. They're not building a car. Apple's not going to build a car. If somebody tells you Apple's going to build them a car, you smack them in the face, tell them to wake the F up. Okay? Because I still say it. And then I'll let you know if I change my mind. All right, before we get to the review of the tablet, I just want to mention we have a little more time left on the TechSnap 200 t-shirt. Go over to teespring.com/TechSnap. 216 of them for the brand new logo. We got gray and white with 5 days left. 5 days, people. Teespring.com/TechSnap. It's a great logo. Okay, now I got to talk about this tablet that I got. You know me. I'm a big Windows guy. I run Windows on all my devices because of the
Liar. Liar.
Come on, you didn't even let me get it half out. Come on, I was.
You said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
somehow?
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm not the biggest fan. I admit it. But I today wanted to unbox the Windows tablet. It's the WinBook TW700 tablet. It runs Windows 8.1. It's got a full-size USB port and IPS display. Oh, and good news! It comes with Office 365 too, so for free. I'll be using that. So I have it right here. I charged it last night, and I'm going to go ahead and unbox it here on the show. And I want to, if you have any questions, Mumbler, before I start, go ahead. Anybody have any questions before I start? No? All right, then, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just waiting for the...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will begin.
Well, other than why on earth did you buy this device?
Well, because $60. And
yeah, that's good enough.
all right, it's all right. It's there you go. So there's the WinBook. It is an x86 tablet, and it fits in the hand nicely. It's 7 inches. I'm going to power it up for the first time. I did charge it overnight, so that way we'd have a full battery, because I wanted it to really be able to shine. Okay, I've hit there. All right, I got the WinBook logo. There we go. That's pretty exciting. So I've never really owned a Windows Touch device, so I figured I should learn this and I got it for $60. How could I say no? Can't say no to that. I just had to.
That's almost like buying Windows for at loss.
I had to act fast and grab it quickly. I just had to get in there and grab it.
I like the size.
Yeah, and the size isn't bad. Fits in the hand, and it's got for I don't know. Maybe it's got. Let's see. Let me see. Looking for the.
It looks
CPU.
quite chunky in your hand, actually.
It is a little
thick,
chunky. Yeah, it is a little thick. Yeah, it is. It says 5 hours of battery life. And, okay, now I'm in the Windows. Boy, I'll tell you what is boring is this. This is the first time I've ever done this on a touch device. This Windows 8 setup. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to personalize. I just want to see if I can get to the desktop. All right, I'm going to call this handy. How about that?
It's going to make you sign in with a Microsoft account.
Is that dirty if I
Was that a EULA you had on there?
Yeah, I had to sign a EULA. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is that perhaps running Windows 8.1 with Bing?
Yes, I think this might have Bing. I think this could have Bing. There is a possibility.
When you say with Bing, does that just mean it's hardwired all searches go to Bing?
I think
so. No, it has to ship from the OEM with Bing as the default search provider, but the end user can change that. Otherwise, there's no functionality difference.
Well, now I'm learning. See, now I'm learning. I didn't know this. See, this is why I have to get a device like this. All right, okay, so now I'm signing into it. I don't even know what my Microsoft... Oh, geez, somehow I hit the smiley face instead of the @ sign. Oh, man. Now I'm all thrown off. All right, here we go. This is all right, guys. I can recover. So now, when I get signed into the desktop, I should pull down the settings from the last time I tried Windows, which was 200 years ago. I'm also intrigued by the full-sized USB port. That seems like...
That is interesting. You don't usually see that.
Yeah, it seems like if I could get a distro on here of some variety... Oh, see, I'm looking for...
Well, you can connect a full-size keyboard or mouse to it.
Oh, boy. You know what they don't have? They don't have, super fancy characters. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, they do. There we go. Some of my passwords, you guys, I roll real deep with my passwords.
You have a Unicode snowman in your password, do you?
How did you know, dude? Let it snow.
Yeah, Unicode snowmen they're just awesome.
Oh, geez. When accessing sensitive information, oh, gosh, I got to get a code. Oh, my gosh, dude.
So the only reason why I find these things interesting is because they're so dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I would love to put Linux on them and... you try out the new, whether it's Ubuntu or other desktops and see what they feel like on touch devices.
Is it x86?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think my likelihood is that I could put another OS on this thing?
Probably pretty likely. I wouldn't see any restrictions with it unless that USB drive is somehow not utilized until after boot.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wonder if I could... Oh, my gosh, you think maybe it could boot from an external device? Like
Give it a
Worth a
go.
try.
Actually,
Sounds
speaking
like-
of, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say it sounds like a little job for that. That device you had the other day with the ISOs on the USB.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Zellman thing.
Yeah. So I'm getting my Microsoft code here, and the Microsoft code takes longer than the Valve or like the Googs. The Microsoft one took a little while to come. I wonder if that's just. It's interesting.
So the nice thing is, it's so cheap you could kind of sacrifice one to the cause.
Yeah.
In terms of getting stuff working, and
Yeah.
if it turns out that you can't, I mean, can you even reflash them back to Windows? Is there like a factory image like there is for Android?
Who cares? I wouldn't even do it.
It's completely off my radar. I have no idea how these things work at all.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll have a link to this tablet. Now it's $83 on Amazon. See, it was $60 when I got it, so it's been going up slowly. So now I am getting the official "Hi, we're setting things up for you" video. So it's logging in right now to that there Windows. So I'm about to try out my first Windows Touch experience, and I guess there's probably apps and stuff I could try. I bet there's a few at least. You can get new apps from the store. It says installing your apps. Wow, I just said that. Wow, look at that. That's neat.
Yep.
Huh. The display isn't bad.
Same thing happens with a Windows laptop when you buy one.
For a $60 tablet, the display is pretty good. It's only 1280 by 800 or something, but it's definitely got a pretty good
my
viewing.
son's.
For your generic stuff that you would probably use a tablet for, like stupid games, web browsing, and Netflix, and the other odd, media thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
yeah, I really would be curious though if I could put. Oh man, wouldn't that be elite?
Yeah, my son's at $50 was 1024 by 600.
Yeah, okay.
I'm feeling a little butthurt that your $60 tablet has the same resolution as my $1,000 laptop from 4 years ago.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that is unfortunate. All right, so
Oh, are they 32-bit, not 64-bit? Did I see someone mention on IRC?
very likely it is 32-bit. Well, most tablets are still, aren't they? 32-bit.
Yeah,
let me
pretty
see.
much.
I'm looking on the specs right now. Yeah, I would imagine though.
Did the Android 64-bit project ever actually move out, or is that just still a theory?
Aren't we waiting for V8?
I don't know. All right, I don't know how long it's going to take for this desktop to load. I guess I probably shouldn't. Ubuntu on the WinBook. Oh my, don't even joke. Don't even joke, you guys. Don't even joke. Look at this. Look what the chat room's already found. Holy snaps.
Sweet.
Wow.
There's a guide
cool.
to getting
And if you
Ubuntu
can-
on the WinBook.
If you could put Ubuntu on it, I'm sure you could put anything else you fancy on there as well.
Worth $60 right there. Boom. Done. I'm going to bookmark that for later. Rikai, when you get back, will you do that for me? All right, tablet. There we go. Very good, guys. So now it just says it's taking care of a few things. So I guess it'll probably be done by the time I'm done with the show. And then I'll play with it, maybe during tech snaps later today. All right, so that'll bring us to the end. Don't forget, we've got the TechSnap t-shirt over at teespring.com/TechSnap. And you can grab that for 5 more days. And then it's all gone. Brand new logo, teespring.com/TechSnap. I guess Ben drinking. Yeah, Ben drinking. That's funny, Ben. It was more like it might have been $69.99. It might have been. I bought it a couple of weeks ago. But either way, it wasn't the $80 it's going for now. So I thought we should probably end this week, maybe today and tomorrow, with some classic ThinkPad commercials to celebrate Lenovo's re-entrance into the headlines, for better or for worse. And why not go back to a great time in ThinkPad history? Top of their game they were in 1995, and of course that meant only the best celebrities for the best commercials. So we'll leave you with this. See you tomorrow, everybody. 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, over at jblive.tv. TechTalkToday.reddit.com to make the show even better. See you tomorrow.
Electronic devices.
What a hard-working bunch. And you're working harder than most. I've seen bigger screens on a calculator. Now, this is a nifty screen, but objects may shift during flight. And you're working too hard because, frankly, your hands are just designed wrong. Ooh, an IBM ThinkPad. See, now this is what it's like to fly first class.